Welcome back to Odoyev here in EU4, and Russia is calling us for the Russian Crusade against Nogai and the Ottomans. As you can see, Russia is already at war. I've already let the game run for 1 month after the call to arms came in, because I wanted to be at least a little bit ready. So we have our fortresses turned on, and we have our maintenance raised. It does cost us quite a few ducats a month because our army is still depleted. It has to refill first. But here's the thing. I don't really have a choice but to join in, because we are squished in together between the superpowers of Russia and the Ottomans, with no real way of escaping, because the moment I turn on Russia, that is the moment the Ottomans will declare war on me. So I think the only way I can really get out of this is by destroying the Ottomans first, or at least weakening them as much to the point that I can defeat them myself, right? And until that happens, I will have to suck up to Russia. Because here's the thing, if I was to, decline the call to arms right now, right, that would leave Russia in a pretty bad war, a war they would quite likely lose. But they wouldn't really lose all that much, right? But I couldn't really benefit from this because Russia is still allied to Denmark, and Denmark has all their personal unions. So I have to fight together with Russia. So we're going to accept this right now, but I definitely want to stay back in the beginning. I want to watch and see what's currently happening. The Ottomans, they're also at war with the Timurids at the moment, but this war is actually going swimmingly for them. So I think they're going to peace out relatively soon, or they might just focus on it for a while. It's possible as well. And in the meantime, Russia is going to attack Nogai and Kazakh. What I'm going to do is I will try and occupy as many provinces of Nogai as possible, so that the Russians can't take him. That's basically the plan. I only have to take, those few, and then Russia can't take anything. So that I get to keep these provinces here. Okay, and it's very nice. Venice is giving us some nice subsidies. That's going to help us out tremendously. I love you, Venice. I truly love you for that. So, yeah, that's going to be good. I have set my vassals to supporting me. Although, you know what? Maybe I will not do that. Well, no. Okay, I will. But I will switch up my forces. In fact, I will actually just take my cavalry. And I will leave the rest, I will leave the rest at my capital, and I'll only take my cavalry, and I'll give you the leader, because I don't really want to use my other forces right now. I'm just going to use my cavalry to loot as much as I can, and yeah, that's just going to be it. Anyways, I don't think I'm going to be showing you all of this, because for the most part, I'm going to try and avoid the forces of the Ottomans, and only if we actually get to see some fights, I'll cut right back. Alright guys, so we just received a gift from Venice, 450 gold. They're also pumping 5 ducats per month into our country. This is amazing. I love Venice. Now, we also got a small gift from Hungary. That was only 50 gold, and I was already happy. But this is actually enough to pay off all of our loans, I think. Yeah, we don't have any loans left. Thank you so much, Venice. This is actually awesome. So if we don't lose anything in this war, this has already paid off, basically. Now, obviously, as you can see, we are being completely besieged. I'm not sure where the Russian forces are. Is this a 20 stack up there? Oh yeah, basically is. Okay, so all of their troops are doing some shenanigans in Siberia, which is a little bit frustrating because, well, now I have to deal with the Ottomans. Now, I think I could definitely beat Nogai. I have, me and my vassals, we've got some 33,000 men. I could deal with them, but, the Ottomans are too close, and I'm not quite ready to face them. One thing I should mention that I've done, we'll actually go forward a little bit. One thing I've done was I have, I have tacked up a few times for this war. I actually had to tack up to military tech 12, just because. And I gotta use this opportunity to kill the Nogai forces. And yeah, I'm not gonna take the loan, thank you very much. So I have a few technologies. I also increased our ideas. So we now have Divine Supremacy, extra 3% missionary strength, and some extra missionaries. We will take the Patriarch Authority. Thank you very much. Let me see what we're at right now. 35. That's not too bad. And yeah, we've been able to convert quite a few lands. Unfortunately, Dagestan has been stopped now that it's occupied. That's a little bit unfortunate, but, that's okay. We've got plenty of other provinces that we need to convert as well, so I'm not too concerned. as for... Yeah, and one other thing I wanted to mention is that I've added the Georgians as an accepted culture. I think that makes sense, simply because. We're also about to finish annexation of Kiev, which I think is going to be quite useful. I definitely need to be careful. Okay, there's no Ottomans close by, so we should be able to have a fair fight here. We do have our only general. He's not good, but, you know, it's fine. We've got so many more men, we should be able to defeat them relatively easily. And we start with a 9 versus 0. That is obviously ideal. Okay, good. Yeah, so we should have this in the bag. I mean, a stack wipe would be nice too, but I think that's too late already. But yeah, we actually killed quite a few men, and they are now retreating. Where are you retreating to? Zaporozhia. Oh, right. The Ottomans have lands over here as well, because they took over Moldavia. That is actually interesting. I might, you know what? I might be able to besiege their lands here. Ah, I completely forgot about that. But maybe what I should be doing instead of chasing, I should probably unsiege my lands. You're correct, Russia. Unsieging my lands is probably much smarter than what I've been trying to do. Yeah. In fact, I will probably also split my forces in two. Just to siege this back quicker. So I think this war is going to go terribly, but luckily the Ottoman forces are now over here. So hopefully they're going to absolutely wreck Russia's shit and leave me alone. Because that's, you know, would allow me to maybe defeat Russia at a later point. Still, as long as they're allied to Denmark, there's not really much I can do. But we've finished our mission by integrating Kiev, and we can now reclaim Kuban, which is our core. But since they're allied to Russia, that's not to France, it's not going to help much. I guess we could improve relations with Uzbek. Yeah, that should be possible. Improve relations there, just for a few diplomatic points. And yeah, as I said, I'm going to be tiptoeing around the Ottomans, and I'll be back if we have a peace deal. Wow, so this war certainly didn't last long. Ottomans completely curb-stomped the Russians here. They even managed to take Moscow, and that was then when the Russians decided to peace out. Luckily, I didn't lose anything. The Russians had to cede a few provinces, but nothing that would really hurt them. Nothing that really helped me, right? The only good thing of this war, or that came out of this war, was that, first of all, I didn't lose anything, and secondly, I gained a whole lot of money because we had the huge gift from Venice and the subsidies from Venice, and Venice eventually stopped, but then Bohemia decided to give us $6 per month as subsidies. They will stop now, but that was a nice influx of cash. So for us, this was a good deal. This was a good deal. We did lose some manpower, but overall, I think it wasn't too bad. It wasn't the worst war to fight. And for now, at least, we've got a little bit of a truce with the Ottomans. Technically, they lost more men than we did. Russia lost 100,000 men. I lost 25,000. I was unfortunately caught a few times by, you know, this Ottoman general. They had a 6-shock general. They have a 5-shock general. They have a 3 siege general. Their generals overall are just insane. Look at this. 3 siege, 3 fire, and 6 shock. 5 fire, 5 shock. Yeah, and then there was another general. He may have died, but yeah, that was pretty insane. Anyway, so that's okay. The Ottomans did certainly lose some of their power. They had around 100,000 men, so they lost 30,000 plus a little bit of manpower. But yeah, the Russians obviously still way too powerful for us. But you know, overall, as I said, we made money out of this war, so it's okay. So it's about time that we have enough splendor to get our first age ability for the Age of Reformation. Basically, we got this from the base growth, and then of course, because we managed to convert 10 provinces so far. So that's okay, and with our religious ideas, we should be able to convert everything relatively quickly. Yeah, it doesn't really take too long. So I'm very happy, because that's going to strengthen our religious unity, which in turn is going to give us all kinds of other bonuses towards national unrest, corruption, and so on and so forth. Corruption is quite high. We definitely need to do something about that. Anyway, the first thing that we're going to purchase here is probably going to be... I mean, the prestige per development is useful right now. I guess I could pick this now, but the institution spread in True Faith provinces is useful too. Do I want the prestige? I mean, it's not really going to give us much now, is it? Yeah, so you know what? I'll go with the institutional spread. Yeah, I think we need that more, because if we have a look at the institution, it's spreading relatively slowly, but most of this will be converted in time. So we need that, because we are still lacking behind in technology quite a bit. Unfortunately, Russia has declared a war on Lithuania now. I wanted to do that, but we still have a truce. So they're probably going to take a whole lot of lands that my vassal Chernigov has claimed. So I'm not sure if there's going to be anything left for us, but we'll still go for it if possible. We get extra income from vassals. Very nice. A firm hand. I guess we're going to start annexing Chernigov as soon as we get the relations up. I actually wanted to wait until we, finish some of the ideas here, integrated elites, but it's just gonna, it's gonna cost more to get there, to rush it there, than, it would actually help us. I might even get rid of the influence ideas. I haven't picked anything yet, so maybe that's something I'm gonna do. Probably should pick up the Wallachian provinces here, just because. Maybe I'm gonna start some spy network here. That's okay. And yeah, other than that, things are looking pretty good. Ottomans are claiming my stuff now, so yeah, I definitely need the Russians for now. And this is interesting. So for the war with Lithuania, they actually called in Denmark. I was kind of hoping that Russia would call in Denmark in the war against the Ottomans as well. That would have been really cool. But obviously that's not what they did, sadly. But yeah, so we'll wait. We have one more year of waiting to do, and then we get to declare our own war. But yeah, Lithuania is already fully occupied, so don't think there's going to be much left. I currently have a mission called, I think that's a mission unique to the Russians. Strengthen the Odoyev Kremlin. And that is actually that forces us to build a castle in that capital, which isn't really bad. I've always been thinking about doing it, but now we get one of each development, and that is a really, really nice reward. I love this. This is a really good mission, because you get good stuff for building something that is good, but I kind of need an incentive for, so I really love this mission. Anyways, we've got the 3 gifts of Nicholas. Our veneration of Saint Nicholas seems to have made quite an impression on one of the merchants in a recent embassy from Russia. The merchant was so impressed by the icon of Saint Nicholas in Odoyev, by the story of the saint, and by our devotion to Nicholas' legacy, that he decided to bestow 3 gifts. 1 gift will go to the cathedral, where he saw the icon, 1 to the artist who created it, and 1 to the benefactor who paid for it. So we must thank him on the behalf of the church. So we gain local unrest for 10 years, and development cost reduction. Oh, that's really good. Gain a advisor, or most generous gift for the benefactor. 100 gold. The local unrest is good, but I don't think we need it. I am actually going to take the money. Thank you very much. So, money-wise, we're actually doing pretty well. We still have the subsidies from Bohemia, even though the war has ended. And now our royal marriage with Wallachia is over, which I believe will allow us to go to war. Although they are now being eaten by the Ottomans, so never mind. Never mind. Yeah, there's no point in doing much, so I guess I can stop that. Because I'm not going to be able to declare war before the Ottomans swoop in. Very unfortunate. So how long is our truce with the Lithuanians? January. Okay, so we should probably get ready, I suppose. We can spend a little bit of money, and let's go for it. I guess one thing I should definitely do is turn that off. Yeah, because I don't need my fortresses right now. It's not like Lithuania has any troops or anything. So yeah, we'll declare war on them as well. And Riga's going to join in, which is fine. We'll take... Yeah. Actually, didn't you have 4 claims? Whatever. It doesn't matter. We'll take Turovas. Yeah, let's go for it. Alright. We'll see what we can get out of it. Riga obviously joined in on the war. That's fine. Are you being besieged, by the way? You're not. Interesting. We did finish another... conversion. Very nice. And yeah, I was kind of hoping I could get some allies. I was thinking about Denmark, but they are not really interested. And I was also hoping Bohemia. After all, they did support us in the war against the Ottomans, so it isn't unlikely. But I guess we'll just have to see. Alright, we'll switch. Yeah, we'll just split you apart. So Russia's been in the war with Lithuania for about 5 years, and in the end, this is what they got. They just made them convert to Orthodox, which is interesting because obviously it's one of the objectives for the age. But I got the same thing done by converting Riga, so I have my age objective fulfilled. And Riga was giving us like 390 gold, and well, they converted. This is kind of amazing. And now I get to take all the lands from Lithuania, which is amazing. So we're going to swoop right in. I will take their capital first. We do not have a general. That's a little bit problematic. And we are also about capped on admin points. So I'm going to have to do something. Either I tech up, which I don't really want to do, or I go for a new idea. Missionary strength, don't really need that because our lands are all converted already. So what am I going to do? I did commission an icon of Saint Climacos. I guess we'll talk about that later. I do need to consider what I do with this now. West Dnieper. Where is this? Yeah, okay, let's make this a state then. I think that would help us a lot. Yeah, okay, let's go for that. And we need to obviously... Oh, these lands are already called. I see. And now the clergy wants lands. Okay, well, what else can we make into a state? Let me see. We can also probably make this into a state. This? That wouldn't really give us much. Okay, what else? We would have 19 development in Yedesan, which is... here. Alright, let's go for that as well. And now we gotta code this so we can spend a few points at least. Okay, anyways, let's go. I need to... Okay, golden era for Russia, good. I need to go to finish this off quickly. And wow, yeah, Russia has claimed our throne. Our 443 heir died while we're 72 years old. So I'm not sure what's gonna happen. Our wife is 58. I hope we're not gonna fall into a personal union with Russia. That would be terrible. That would be like... probably the worst thing that could happen. Well, not necessarily the worst thing, but it would be pretty bad. Anyways, let's have you guys split up and take these lands quickly. And we'll remove that. Yeah, that's fine. And we do need to... Can we claim it? Oh, we can't claim a province. Okay. So, what am I going to give to the clergy here? This doesn't look good. Not really. None of this really is great. I guess I'll give this. Yeah, alright, give this to the clergy and they will shut up. Awesome. Okay, and we've just converted our last province, so yeah, no more need of our missionaries. Who's this? Chernigov, okay. I don't think I'm gonna get military access to through Teutonic Order, so I don't think I can take that last province, but it might not be necessary. And... yeah, I think we'll just take all of these provinces. I'm not going to give them to Chernigov. And I certainly need to do something about them besieging my lands. I hate that. Especially, oh, we gotta be careful because I do not have my forts turned on. So that's something I definitely need to be careful about. And I also need to probably cancel military access because we don't need that anymore. We've already taken out Riga. Although, actually, maybe, you know what? That was stupid. Let's get the military access, because then we can take that last province there. Yeah, definitely go for it. Just so we have everything under control. Give me one more infantry. You can quickly go ahead and do that. Once we have military access, of course. There you go. And we are capped on points. Alright, I guess take up. So the following peace deal is what I want. Obviously, I would have actually liked to take all the provinces here, but unfortunately that's not possible. It's simply too much war score. But we take all of these lands, and we take 55 gold, as well as, well, we're getting rid of 2 cores. That's just an added bonus, doesn't really do much, but yeah, we'll do it. There is a coalition, yeah, of Riga and Lithuania. It doesn't really matter to me. We'll take these lands, and there we are. We've grown a lot more powerful, and yeah, there is on Monarch Death a personal union, but luckily our ruler actually died during the war. He died, I don't know if we can see this, he must have just died. He must have just died. Oh, actually, I've gotta go down here. So, Lithuania accepted, blah, blah, blah. I'm not sure if it shows. This is the peace deal. Or accepted, okay, yeah. Oh, there it is. So, Sergei Odoyevsky will now rule our glorious nation. That was in January this year. So, and that was the day when Russia lost a claim to our throne. So, that's good. At least we're no longer feared to be eaten alive by the Russians. But we do have the same dynasty anyways. So, yeah, this is going to be interesting. We have a lot more lands. And some of them, I mean, especially the capital, the Lithuanian capital, is quite useful to have. So, I'm certainly happy that we have it. Chernigoff will get annexed, and then hopefully at some point we'll be able to take over Genoa as well. So yeah, we're still between the two giants, and so far we're alive. I hope it's gonna last for a few more years. We'll have to see. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed.